Welcome to the 6th episode of the Injustice Gods Among Us podcast. With me is Godofgods,
Hello guys, what's going on?
Vjay,
Heyo.
and our special guest, NoahFrank.
Hi, everybody.
So, Noah, talk a bit about yourself. Who are you?
Well, if you're sort of new to the Scopos Discord server, you probably don't know me because I haven't been active recently. But if you're more of an old head, you may know me by just Noah. That's usually my username. I'm an MP grinder. I have been for probably almost a year now. Wow. I've gotten to 20 mil a couple times. I've gotten to 10 mil a couple times. I like to think I have an extensive collection compared to most. And I have not beaten Survivor, but I am trying.
Huh.
Join the squad.
Imagine not beating Survivor, right?
I know, right? Cringe.
So yesterday when I saw AG's DM for the first time, I was like, oh, this is great. I'd love to be on it. And then I went and checked out the first episode of the podcast, and the first thing you guys were talking about was if you had beaten Survivor. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't beaten Survivor. So last night I was watching the MG tutorial, and I was trying to beat it. And I got to like 16, 17 a couple times, but I did not manage to beat it. So
It takes a long time. But like
I haven't even tried
19
to do
and
this.
let's say 21 are the bottlenecks. If you can beat those, then you've done it.
Yeah, I have not gotten that close before.
It took me months, but I did it, so I'm better than everyone. That's how it works.
Of course.
Right. Anyway, this week's challenge is Blackest Night Hawk Girl. What do you guys think of her?
She's a very good card. Great support. Really good for a Blackest Night team.
She's essential, I think we can say, for Blackest Night team, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Although, with the topic that we're going to talk about, I would like to discuss her a little bit later, but I'll save it.
All right. This week's multiplayer reward is the Gingold. What's it called? The Gingold soda. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's not that good by itself, but with the invulnerability build, it can be amazing, right?
Yeah. And I think it's one of the better gears, I think, if you are trying to make a good defensive team.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very useful for Batman Ninja Batman and Red Sun Green Lantern.
Exactly, yeah. Pretty much any Justice League card paired with New 52 Shazam.
Yep.
Right. This week's breakthrough is for Raven, Superman, and the Arkham Knight. Have you guys broken anyone through yet?
I did a Superman yesterday, and then my breakthrough broke today, so I'm not gonna get him EX. That's sad.
It broke?
Yeah.
I think I know what he means, because sometimes you might be in the middle of a match, or even if you've completed the first or the second match and they're just waiting, it'll just kick you off the breakthrough menu, I guess, and the timer, there will be a timer. Yeah, it's really annoying.
That's interesting. I've never experienced that before.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's never happened to me before either.
I've had happen twice, I think, but it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'll get him eventually.
It's gonna take a long time for those characters to return. So until that time, you have them stuck at Elite 9, I guess.
Yep.
It's really funny you said that because I was checking my characters because I forgot to do breakthrough today and yesterday, and I've got a Regime Superman at Elite 9 and a Dawn of
Oh.
Justice Superman at Elite 8. So I lost my chance to get them to Elite 10 this week.
If you did have the chance to do it, who would you pick to break through?
Well, obviously Dawn of Justice, because Regime, I don't think I will ever use him. Because to be honest, the only time I thought he was a good character and I really used him was at the start when I had just started playing. But yeah, that's so long ago. I don't even remember. It's like 8 years now. So yeah.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that Elite 9 Superman, because I had the same thing with Blackest Night Superman. Like last breakthrough, I missed one day, and he was stuck at Elite 9. It bothered.
That sucks.
It really bothered me. But now he's Elite 10. I can be happy once again.
You would freak out if you saw my collection. I've got more than enough Elite 9s.
I hate having characters promoted to Elite 9. Yeah. I've had Blackest Night Superman waiting at Elite 9, and he's broken through all the way. I'm just waiting for the NP season to come back. It feels like it's taking forever.
It comes back soon, right?
Really?
Does it?
I'm pretty sure he has quite a few months left. So he's like 20 weeks. No, he's 16 weeks away.
I take it back.
It's gonna be quite a while. Yeah.
We're in that stretch of a bunch of gear seasons, and that feels like forever.
But hey, maybe February 22nd, maybe we'll get a change like we did last time. Not really a change, but
we'll see.
A variation.
Cool.
I hope not, because I think Scopos has waited for Scarecrow's mask for like half a year now.
We have a
still doesn't have it?
He's missing.
We can just hold it over him even longer.
Yeah, that's my one advantage over him. It's a one gear card.
He's not that good of a player, yeah. Who doesn't have Scarecrow's mask?
Imagine not having it.
Yeah.
Wait, how did he get it the last time it came around? Like when it first got re-entered?
His account was banned at the time.
His account was still banned.
Yeah.
Oh.
How did I forget about that? Oh my god.
I also forget about that.
The Black Day for the Scopus community.
It's then a very nice resolution.
I wouldn't say it was a bad day, because we didn't even know about it back then, because he hadn't let anyone know.
Right,
and,
but it had
when
been
he
going on for like months before that.
Oh yeah, but since we didn't know it, yeah, we didn't know about it. So it was, I guess you could say, a rough time for Scopos, but not for us.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, Scarecrow's mask at the time wasn't deemed to be that great a gear, and I think it was instead of IB stick. So people were a bit upset.
Yeah.
Now, IB stick is 2 times in the cycle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
We also have a 4. Oh, there's only 4 days left now, but it was a week's duration, I guess you could say. Double XP. It's a real good chance to level up your character.
Right, and Phantom Zone is still here. Have you guys played any more Phantom Zone?
Definitely.
Great, my man. I've played like 2 buy-ins in 2 days.
That's some dedication, I guess.
Yeah, I was really behind, but I'm really low on Valorium Alloy because I spent way too much on Batman Ninja Nightwing.
Did you evolve him?
Yeah, and then almost max his specials.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm still trying to max my New 52 Shazam specials, and it's taking a very long time.
Is he evolved?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I like at my first like 5 elite crystals, I was getting like 40 plus nth metal, which is obviously great, but I was only getting like 200 like 50 valorium alloy every time, so it took me like 5 or 6 crystals to finally promote the last tier of a special 2, which is like some crazy like 2000 valorium alloys.
Oh
So,
my
2000.
yeah.
god,
Wow.
Yeah.
And like
that's super
200,000
expensive.
credits on top of it, which is really punching a hole in my totals.
Yeah, and the dark
Yeah.
passive is even worse, right? That's like
Yeah.
800,000 credits per hip.
Hmm.
I'm not excited to evolve my medals.
Do you have any evolved yet or no?
I don't, but I'm very close. I have. So the funny thing is, I got the first medal I got was Medal the Merciless, and I got him up to Elite 2 and 2 extra copies. So I need 1 more copy, right, to evolve him. And I still had no other medals, and now I've gotten like 15 more copies of other medals, but no Merciless. So
Wow.
I'm waiting for 1 more copy there. Uh, the same goes for Black Adam, and the rest are at Elite 1 with either 1 or 0 extra copies. So I'll have to wait and see. But from what I heard about the the cost of the passive, yeah, can't say I'm excited about that.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I've had New 52 Shazam at Elite 2 with 1 extra copy for like months now. And I've saved up. Right now it's about 3,000 nth metal. And I'm already like 4,000 or 8,000 nth metal deep trying to get him evolved.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember, yeah, you did an opening and got none.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was dying of laughter with your pain.
Not
How do you
great.
have the conviction to save up the nth metal? Every time I get like 400 or 800, I have to spend it immediately. I got to get rid of it. I can't keep it like sitting here.
I know, right? it's AG is a different breed. He and Scopus, they don't belong to the mortal realm. They're they're ascended.
It's true. You can't get to 40 mil on being a normal human being.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
just impossible,
Yeah.
really.
Well, no need to flex on us.
But he hasn't beaten Survivor, so you know.
I have.
Oh, well, darn.
Did you not know? Did you not see the episode? The big reveal?
Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot.
exposed.
Oh,
That's like 2 episodes ago.
well.
So how did you guys, I have a question. How did you guys start like with the idea of the podcast? When did it, come into your mind?
You know, that's a really funny story, and I'll go ahead and say it because I know the full story. So it was one day, I think it was December, and I was super bored, and I decided to do a little stream in Discord because I did some in the summer, and more and more people started joining, and it came to a point after like 5 hours of streaming that everyone from the Scopo server that the OGs, I guess you could say, everyone was there. We had like Amber Mist, we had AJ, Vjay, uh, Aiden, everyone really who's a part of our team now, and many more people that have left. And I think it was awesome, aka Ninja Bunny, that said, it would be really cool if there was an Injustice podcast. Uh, well, there's already one besides ours, BDCKR's podcast, but I guess you didn't remember that or no, I don't know.
They're just different.
Yeah. I mean, they name it Q, C, P, and A, I think.
Human C
But
and
it's
P and
basically
some crazy long. I've seen a couple
yeah,
episodes.
yeah. It's a super long name, but it's basically a podcast, not exclusively about injustice like ours is, but it's about injustice to a certain extent. But yeah, I just decided to make the server, the Discord server, and I invited everyone that was there. And yeah, that's basically it.
Very nice.
In the meantime, we got a comment by Devlin that I think it's an interesting. He brings up an interesting topic. He he says, "While I'm aware of the concept of keeping your characters unpromoted for a benefit in multiplayer matching, it still remains alien to me because the goal of the game at the beginning was to max everything." I think he makes a great point how the newer players, like the multiplayer grinders, don't prioritize promoting anyone. It's just about the most efficient collection for multiplayer, while older players used to go for just complete collections, right?
Yeah, like
Is
Aiden.
is
Yeah.
this Devlin 16?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But he has
Yeah.
everybody at Elite 10 level 60. So he's a little, and he's been playing since the beginning. So he is like one of those
Yeah.
old head, very OG players.
Yeah, I mean, uh, there's many, I guess, that could call themselves OG. I
But if
mean,
anyone is
even I
OG, it's
could be
him.
considered one. Yeah, but the big difference is he's been active in the community since back then.
And
I mean,
remained
I
active,
don't
right?
know.
Consistently.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if he was like 8 years ago because I was super young, so I wasn't even aware of Discord and Reddit. um, but ever since I started watching BDCKR's videos, I've known of Devlin 16. So to have him listen to our podcasts after like 5 years of knowing his work, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, definitely.
Oh yeah, but yeah, to uh, I guess to uh, how should I say it? To answer his comment, um, I think it's and it was in the video we talked about the Scalpos build. Uh, I think it's this build that Scalpos made the main reason everyone is trying to make those kind of teams. Because before it got introduced, I guess to the community, no one would really try to uh, keep certain characters unpromoted to get easier opponents.
Well, I mean, obviously BDCKR is they were the first people that I've ever seen make the Flashpoint team where they're all at Elite 5 level 50. So I mean,
Yeah,
technically that's not like it's not the classical Scopus build, but they are limiting the promotions for optimization of multiplayer grinding. So it's definitely I think it was still like a concept in people's mind early on, but Scopus definitely was he brought it to the forefront, keeping them at much lower promotions, going away from the common theme of the balanced teams. So yeah.
Right. It's also, I think many people these days don't, at least personally for me speaking, my collection and my everything I do outside of multiplayer is just to be better prepared for multiplayer, right? To have better teams, better characters,
yeah,
more augments, right? So
Yeah.
everything from whether it's survivor, breakthrough, challenge mode, it's not to get a better collection, it's to be better at multiplayer. Well, I think back in the day it was more you use multiplayer as like another tool, like survivor, to get a better collection.
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's the thing. Is w- uh, to put it, I guess to give an example of that. When I returned to the game on, I think it was last April. So it's been almost a year. Uh, I knew that people tried to keep their characters unpromoted. But I was so against it that I continued to promote everyone like normally. But I guess in the summer I realized how useful keeping certain characters unpromoted is.
Yeah. When I first started, I didn't know that either. So I have a lot of cards that are promoted so much higher than I wish I had them. Like Arkham Knight Batgirl, I have her E9,
Oh,
which I
Yeah,
sin.
it's not. I wish I could take that one back, but
yeah,
I like obviously now it's different because I play a lot of MP. Well, not anymore, not really, but I actually ended up I sold 2 copies of Blackest Night Flash just for fun because I don't
Oh
need them.
God.
yeah. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah,
So
Wait,
someone was like, "You won't do it," and so I did it. Because
what
yeah.
evolution was he at?
I have
Couldn't
him
believe
E3
it.
already.
And so, wait, E3 and you sold 2 copies?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a mad lad.
Or just
I mean,
Yeah,
insane.
until I have enough copies to get him to Elite 10, I'm not gonna promote him anyways.
We have 2 less now since you sold
yeah.
them.
You
Yeah.
you've got to
Well, yeah, but
It's like another
Yeah,
3 months later that you can
yeah,
approach
but
him.
well, the MP seasons and the breakthrough lineups make it so it didn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't
uh,
matter?
So then
yeah.
Well,
it
I've,
like
wouldn't
I've
the
got
the
matter
se-
if you sold them because the cycle would
yeah,
renew
the
all the
cycles
time.
don't the cycles don't line up correctly.
well, still, breakthrough cycle is like 10 weeks, whereas the MP cycle is 30 weeks or something. So I don't think that's
Well, yeah, but
a good way
Flash,
to compare the two.
Flash isn't the only card I want to promote, like to break through either. So
We still lose like
It still takes
so many
half a
weeks.
year
it
longer.
was for fun, okay?
Yeah.
I don't even sell my extra multiplayer cards that I already have at Elite 10.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Just paranoia.
No, just pride.
I have 10
To
extra
flex.
copies of Blackest Night Flash, and he's already Elite 10.
I'm doing a giveaway of Black Snake Flash copies. Who wants one?
Yeah, but I have one extra copy of, and this is not a multiplayer character, of Arkham Knight Batman, and I have him at Elite 10.
Oh, can I have him?
What?
But if I'm not gonna sell him for like nothing really, just
Yeah.
Sell him. It costs $20
Do
to
it.
sell it for $19.
I got him from Phantom Zone, like right after I had him Elite 10. So
Okay, I just have to put a disclaimer: we don't actually support selling and buying accounts and stuff.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Don't do that,
No.
guys. It's a waste of money.
And it's also cheating.
Yeah.
And bad. Don't do it.
yeah, stop it.
Well,
Mhm.
I just one thing to say about the selling accounts. When I see them, like I've seen it a couple times on the not the Discord, but the subreddit where people post it and then they get taken down, obviously. But they're not selling like good deals. They're selling like horrible stuff, like a million credits and like 3 copies of like Injustice 2 Superman. I'm like, that's not worth like the $50 charge that the price tag. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like $50 for anything except like recharges is a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a video of Mirza recommended, and
Oh.
he had an interesting topic that he was covering. So I clicked and watched some of it. And in the middle of the video, he did a plug of his shop, and I stayed to watch because I was curious what he was selling. Uh, he was selling like 3 copies, or no, a full Elite 10 Blackest Night Flash for like $100.
Oh my
And
god.
I was
God.
thinking to myself, who's gonna buy one character for $100? Like,
Well,
I
that
don't
is
get it.
Dawn of Justice Batman.
that's almost like 2 years of time because it's out like 30 weeks. you need 4 rounds. If let's say you're going for top 1%, that's 4 times a round. That's over 2 years of the challenge cycle. So maybe that is a good deal. I don't know.
Yeah, but like,
Depends on how rich
I
you
how
are.
much
wouldn't
would
say.
your account, like of the characters, how much would they be worth in Mirza store money?
More than a couple thousand.
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, if you're a billionaire, go for it. But for the rest of us peasants, we're good, thanks.
Anything less than $1 million, I won't sell. Just keep that in mind.
I'm selling my Elite Zero Level 1 Beyond Batman for $5,000. Thanks.
At
Oh
least
yeah,
Deal.
starting
that's
at $5,000.
Deal.
the best deal
He's
I've ever
very
seen
rare.
is the deal that was on the Grande channel of
Oh,
our infamous past. Uh, the full bronze team and the one silver. I haven't ever seen such a good deal for what was it, 50 euros, I think, dollars or
oh,
whatever.
what a deal.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, moving on. Noah actually brought a list of underrated and overrated characters for us.
Yep.
So let's dive into that.
You want me to like go through them one by one, and we'll skip over some of the ones we agree on, and then we'll talk about the ones we disagree on.
Yeah, just you can
Yeah.
just list off. Maybe start with the overrated characters because that's a shorter list, I feel like.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the first overrated character I put down is Arkham Knight Batgirl. Now, I just want to. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think she's overrated? Do you think she's underrated? You just think I'm absolutely crazy?
I think she's rated.
Yeah, I think she's
Rated
right where
low.
she is.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think she's underrated or overrated. So I'd say somewhere in between.
The only reason I put her as overrated is because I see her on defense teams so often, and at least from my experience and from my collection, I have counters to the Arkham teams with her on it. So just because like every Arkham team has her, and I don't see it as that difficult to beat her in a match, that's the only reason I put it there. But I do think she's, if you're using her, like for the most part, I think she's pretty well rated.
I've got two objections.
Mhm.
First, you'd be surprised, uh, because if you were like to drain, I guess, or almost defeat one of her teammates, even on accident or for whatever reason, and she switched in and was geared correctly, and you didn't have, I guess, Astro Harness or any protective measures for your damage dealer, uh, you could lose your whole team from one special one. So yeah, I've had it happen to me in the past because I didn't have the Gear Astro Harness. I got it last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? Anyways, um, and the second thing, I think it depends on your use for her because she's a good support character, but I've also seen many people use her as a special one, nuke, I guess. uh, so I think she's overrated when she's used as a special one specialist, but in terms of support, I don't think she's overrated.
Okay, that's fair. I wouldn't be mad at that. So next one I have on the overrated list is Arkham Knight Batman. So I don't know if you guys are very keen on Arkham Knight Batman, but I definitely see him posted a lot on the subreddit saying he's like the greatest character in the game, and I don't think that's true. I think he's got a cool passive, and people go a little bit crazy for it. do you guys
Yeah,
think?
just like 2 days ago, I was asking if the Arkham Allies pack was worth it, the $20 one, and
Mhm.
people in the comments were like, "Of course, he's the best character in the game." And well, I'd say he's arguably the most versatile character in the game,
Yeah.
but I'm saying he's the best character in the game. It's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I have met high promotion, so I'm one of the few people who can, because he's so rare, who can like know how to use him, right? Because many people just see it around and then see him ranked highly, and then they think, oh right, he's an S tier character. He's so good because everyone says so, right?
Yeah.
But when you get down to it, as a specialist, he's pretty slow with his passive works against him sometimes. But he can be really good, of course. But I think he definitely is overrated.
Yeah, I can agree with
Uh,
that.
yeah, I also can agree. And I think he's gotten so overrated because he's been locked behind the paywall for
Yeah.
so long. He's super inaccessible. So I guess people don't have a way to test out his passive and see how good he really is. And one more thing, as AG mentioned, his passive can work against him. His power, I guess,
Power gain
the
ability.
ability that adds to bursts of power.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. If you already have one power, so say if you start with a Raz Al Ghul or a Taunted Totem and you switch him in, his bars may not show up, so you
Yeah.
can't click them.
Right? There's
I've
multiple glitches around that power gain.
I was
Yeah.
just about to mention that. See, like, you know, I've lost multiplayer matches with him because his passive just screwed me over. Like the bars don't show up, and then I get one
Yeah.
shot by Lucy Bane or something like that.
Mm.
Right, but
Yeah.
on the other hand, he does have some boosts that are like perfect counters. The crit damage immunity, DOT immunity, power gen immunity.
Crit immunity.
Yeah.
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 It really depends on how you want to use him.
AG, do you want to talk about the El Bueno thing, whatever it's called?
El Bueno.
El
What?
Bueno?
What's that?
The Bunin, right?
The Bunin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's this build for him, which he can be created as a special 2 specialist. Basically, just have him in first slot with Anti-Totem, Enchantress, and some special 2 damage boosting gear. And it works really well, but it's just personally, it's fun using it, but I have my Arkham Origins Deathstroke that I'd rather use with like the team that you should put, like my Arkham team, right? Like Arkham Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
Arkham Knight, Batgirl. It's better to use them on Arkham Origins Deathstroke because he's just way more. He's just way faster.
I'm going to skip a little bit on the list, but I'm going to group these two together because they kind of go hand in hand. And I'm definitely going to get some disagreements on here. But Blackest Night Hawkgirl and Blackest Night Flash together. Now, before you guys jump on me, I think they're overrated because of the amount of counters they have. So when you see them in a defense team, which is typically where you see them together,
Yeah.
you know, she offers the extra res, and obviously Black Knight Flash gets the 100% every time he's resurrected. But I've used it. I think all of us have the Luchador Bane team because he's just the fastest team. It's very reliable. He's a great counter to the teams because you'll typically see Blackest Night Flash with 2 pieces of Fourth World and maybe the Necron Scythe. So you tag him in once, tag Luchador Bane in once, and let's say Blackest Night Flash is in the first slot. tag him in, special one, and now he's got the res, but now the other two teammates they're at no health, and they'll have the resurrect from Blackest Night Hawkgirl, but that's gone. And if you have, let's say you have a Flashpoint Batman on that team with in conjunction with Lucia Bane and Hawkgirl, that Blackest Night team it's not going to last very long. So I think people have this. Obviously, they're great cards, but people like to put them super high on a tier list, or just how they think of it. And I think that they have plenty of counters that are super effective in taking them down. So I'd like to hear what you guys think.
I think I can agree with Blackest Night Flash being overrated, but I'm not sure Hawkgirl is really that overrated.
I'd say the
Yeah.
opposite.
Oh,
I'd
really?
say
Oh,
Blackest Night Hawkgirl by herself is just trash. Like in
yeah.
defense.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but why would you use her by herself?
yeah.
well, I
It's
mean,
like using.
when you use a Blackest Night team on defense, for example, she's just there for the passive because she's not gonna KO anyone. She's not gonna do much. She's not gonna do much damage. The best you can hope for is that she does like her stun lock thing. But
Yeah, she has a slow special 1 and a slow special 2. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
her special 2 isn't horrible, and her stats aren't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
but it's nothing compared to like a Blackest Night Batman or Blackest Night Flash. It doesn't compare. Really.
Yeah, stats wise, but I feel like people don't really think. I mean, I don't think people think she's that amazing. I mean, I could be wrong, maybe.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, just kind of like the Arkham Knight back row, like every time you see a Blackest Night team, which for me is pretty often, she's always there. And anytime, I'm thinking a lot about the context of a tier list, which we see pretty often. She's always pretty high, either in A or S tier. And I don't think she's S tier, but I think she's sort of in the lower to mid A range. And obviously, I think they're good characters and they're very useful. I think they're just a peg or two lower than people usually have them at.
Yeah, because you
mean-
can make a good Blackest Night team even with like if he's geared well, a Blackest Night Martian Manhunter or a Superman is a great counter for like crit attacks for the Lucy Bane team.
Yeah. Also, the unblockable, it's great. Blackest Night Superman's unblockable for his passive, immune to it. He's great against Ares. That's Ares' whole thing, being unblockable on special 2, so he's a good counter to that.
Yeah, but Hawkgirl would be a counter to that as well because they're revives, right?
Yes.
So I can understand Flash being overrated. I 100% agree. And from what I understood from what you said, I can understand Blackest Night Hawkgirl as well. Because if people really think she's an S tier character, I have to disagree as well. Because she's really great. She's, as I said at the start of the episode, she's almost essential for a Blackest Night team, but she's not like an S tier. It would be like putting Prime Hawkgirl in S tier, which, I mean, Prime Hawkgirl,
I might disagree with that one.
there
I
could
think
be.
I think Prime Hawkgirl could be an S, but that's not what we're talking about. Go ahead.
That was what I was about to say. There could be debate about Prime Hawkgirl being an S tier, but Blackest Night Hawkgirl, I don't think so. I
mean,
can understand her
I
being
have
overrated.
her. Yeah, I have her low A for my tier list.
Mm-hmm.
I have an S tier, but that's just because. Oh no, wait. From Hawkgirl, an S tier.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
Blackest Night Hawkgirl.
Well,
I'd say just the passive is saving grace, and she has decent stats, but there's not like multiple gear effects applications like a Batman or a passive that helps in invulnerability.
I'm
It's just
beginning
pretty
to feel a bit left out. Everyone has a tier list except for me.
Get on it then.
I'm gonna expect a tier list from me next week.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Yes, I'm beginning now.
So do you guys have any? I mean, I have a couple more on the list, but are there any that stand out to you that you would want to talk about?
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gaslight Batman. I think he's underrated because yes,
Really?
like I use him on my Luchador Bane team, and his passive, like the unblockable, or no, the like the bats when they can't hit you for a while after tagging in, is really underrated.
Yeah.
And defensively,
like
he's like the
5
best,
seconds,
one of the best cards, just because his passive is so great.
I think that's. I think you make a good point. I don't know. I was kind of just last night. I was just going through my whole collection and seeing which ones I thought, and I think it was kind of an impulse. But now that I think about it more, and what you just said, I think he's more in the perfectly rated category. I don't know why I put him. That's my bad, guys. My bad.
I mean, it just depends how you use him.
But like you said, he's great for defense, and the more I'm thinking about it, he's just as effective for as an offensive character because he's got the extended Batman special one like Flashpoint Batman, and he applies bleed afterward, which is good.
Yeah, and multiple gear shatters possibly.
Exactly. So that one's a mistake by me.
Well, not a mistake, but just a good argument, I guess. Vjay, do you have anyone?
I'm curious. I think we talked a little before, but you have New 52 Wonder Woman highlighted as one of your heated takes. Curious what your reasoning is for this.
So I have used her a great deal, and I've used her at low promotions, and then eventually I used her at about I don't remember if it was Elite 5 or Elite 7, and then I used her at Elite 10. So throughout every evolution, she seemingly got, to be honest, worse as the more I promoted her. I found her super effective as like a gear shatterer support card in the Scopos build because she could generate power for other people, but also I like the Wonder Woman build. It was easy to get unblockable special ones, so she was useful then. And I feel like the more I promoted her, the less effective she was. Her special 2 is kind of slow. You have to do the rapid tap and then the swipe, and it just I don't know. Every time I promoted her, I felt like I was getting less and less effectiveness out of her. Even though her passive is great for Justice League teammates, and you're generating all that power, I felt that her value for some reason was just dropping as promotion went up. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that one.
Yeah, I also have her at Elite 10 for a while because of BDCKR. They had the team they used frequently a while back was
Phantom Zone.
I don't know. It's when I was just starting out. And it was my first Elite 10 team, but I found her special 2 doesn't chain well with Master Death Card. It's really hard to at least. She dies really quickly. Like she has a lot of health, but she dies surprisingly fast.
She feels squishy when you're using her.
Her special one is
I think
okay,
that's because if you are using the Phantom Zone build, Injustice 2 Aquaman has his the LexCorp helmet, so that helps him. And Flashpoint Batman has the Astro Harness. So she's the only one that hasn't got defensive gear that can protect her.
Yeah, so just a point on that. She's like, when she doesn't have the defensive gear, she's pretty squishy. But when she doesn't have a special 2 booster, I noticed that her special 2 wasn't even knocking out one character quickly if they were a higher health person. Like if it was, good examples of Blackest Night Hawkgirl. She won't even get the first, she won't even get them down to the resurrect. So
Yeah, it's almost as if, well, because you need to, if you use her well as a carry. I mean, if you use her well, you use her as a carry, but it's also you're kind of wasting anti-totem on her.
Because
Mm,
even
Well,
in the go ahead.
well, the team I use her in was I chose it as the like the weird teams a couple episodes ago, but it got the video got corrupted. The team I use her with has Gaslight Batman and Elseworld Flash, and because her special 2 doesn't always chain from the Master's Death card, Gaslight Batman lets it so the opponent can't hit her, and then you can just use it anyways. And then both Batman and Flash get the power from her passive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
same
think
with every Justice League passive.
teammate.
Yeah.
That's like most of the characters in the game. You can just really get creative, like with Shazam or with her.
Now, I don't remember if it was or was it. Is Shazam included in her passive? Because I think it's like not written in the description or something like that. Or am I like going crazy?
I don't think
he
she
is.
is.
So, but when she does a special 2 or a special, does he get power?
I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
See, that's another personally, because I think they would work really well in conjunction. Because Shazam is used a lot for defensive teams. So if you were able to have him as a tank, then New 52 Wonder Woman as a special specialist, and then uh, I don't know, a Batman character, you wanted to do the invincibility build. I feel like that would work great. But if Shazam is not getting the power, then that's not great.
Yeah, but still, it's very inclusive, I think, because many characters that are like the Blackest Night characters or the Flashpoint characters are in multiple teams. So like Justice League and Blackest Night, or Justice League and Red Sun.
How often are you like splitting up a Red Sun team and a Blackest Night team to put in your New 52 Wonder Woman? Like, is it worth taking out your Hawk Girl or your Blackest Night Batman just to put in the New 52 Wonder Woman? For me, I would say it's not.
Offensively, no, but on defense teams, it's a whole different world. So you have to try a bunch of different things, and some things work better on defense than they would when you're attacking.
Okay. Yeah, I just tested it. Shazam does not get power.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do we want to do an underrated character or?
Yeah, we should do like one underrated character per person.
I know Blue, you said you wanted to do.
Yeah. Static. So we all know how annoying his AI can be. So for defense to start, he's I think we can say invincible at this point. He has an infinite combo that doesn't let you switch out. His special one always stuns, and depending on how he's geared, he can completely wreck teams. He gains half a bar per special when he blocks. Has fairly decent stats. And he's also immune to power drain, but that's not super important. So defensive wise, he's a super great character. I think we can say he's an A tier, maybe even S tier because how difficult it is to deal with the AI if you get caught up in the combo. But I've had so much fun using him as a special 2 specialist. So he has like his 2 spins and then he throws all of his discs. It does a fairly decent amount of damage, and again, it's super easy to gain power with him. You just need to block some specials from the opponents, and you have it right away. You have regained the power right away.
Yeah.
And his special too. So in comparison to New 52 Wonder Woman, like we said, her special too is pretty bad. But I think considering statics stats, uh, his special too is super good. Uh, Only bad thing I could say is it's only 3 hits. So if you don't take out an opponent in the first 2 hits, you can't do any more damage to other characters. But he's super useful in any team. I guess he's not that synergistic, but uh, his AI, I guess, makes up for it in defense, and in offense he can only really work as a special to specialist, so as a main damage dealer. But yeah, I think he's just an overall great character. And again, I might be a bit biased, but because he was, I think, my second gold, third, when I first created my account. Because when I first started playing, it was in my brother's phone, because I was too young to have a phone. So it took a while for me to start my own account. But he's the one character I know I will have fun with if I use him.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think he's a really good character. And one thing you didn't mention that makes him even better is that his special 2 applies gear effects like 4 or 5 times, which is really good.
I won't lie, I didn't even know that.
It's even more underrated then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree totally. Also, saying I didn't know the fact Vjay just shared, but I love Static. I agree with everything Blue just said. Great card.
Yeah. And I think most people can, because he's not that rare, so most people get him fairly early in their accounts. So you have like a bit of nostalgia as well with him.
Right. Well, for me, it'd be Red Lantern Hell Jordan, because, and I just found this out like a couple days ago. When you pair him with, I mean, we all know the invulnerability build, right? That's great on him. That's obvious. But then Batman Ninja Helmet, when you put that on him and use his specials, so normally it takes out a certain amount of health, like a percentage, right? But because Batman Ninja Helmet, it has, as one of the properties, its damage received is reduced by a certain percentage, and that works on all damage. So also the damage he receives from his own specials. So, and that's not the case with like extra health things or something.
So instead of doing like the 10 or 20% per special, it'll reduce that also.
Yeah, it's about maybe half of that, I'd say.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
That's
awesome.
I think that's a big deal.
It also works with the Astro Harness shield, where when you're invulnerable, you can use as many specials as you want without health. But if you pair them, I think it can be great as a carry, because he doesn't need 10 to totem, right? Or Master Death card, because he has all the energy.
He's also a great support for if you want to do a gear shatter, obviously, like AJ mentioned, because he generates so much power. So you could just pump out special ones. I would usually use him with, like you said, Astro Harness, then Claw of Horus, and then Enchantress, so I can try and get the multiple shatter effect. The developers would like update some of the stats of some of the characters just to make it more viable, but that's not a realistic request.
I mean, yeah, it's just like It's just the problem of power creep that newer cards they're just going to be better
Yeah.
generally.
Yeah, but you could make a case that because his stats are lower, and the special 2 does like 60% more damage than a regular one does, you can make a case that he's better for multiplayer because
Yeah.
comparatively he does more damage than he should.
Mm-hmm. The only knock I would have against him, though, is that like the lower stats, even at Elite 10 level 60, if you're using the Scopus build and you have lower promotion cards, he won't get the max battle rating. Which, I mean, that's not that big of a deal. But if you're looking to optimize and be as fast as possible, that might be a concern.
You make an interesting point because I have the same problem when using my Aris. I managed to get him at Elite 7 recently, and I also happen to have my Prime Batgirl at Elite 7. So I've got the Prime Batgirl and Vjay, I think it was you. You have Arkham Knight Batgirl.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but I still can't manage to get the 5K battle rating for the first battle. I think it could be the first two, but the point is I don't get the max bonus, and I guess it's not that big of a deal like you mentioned, but I mean it's kind of a party pooper, I guess. I don't know.
But you could use just a tank or support with like Elite 5 or 4. Just slightly higher
Yeah,
stats,
but
right?
Yeah, but that, I mean, obviously we all know that the higher stats, all your cards are, the tougher the teams are. So like, it's the trade-off between using the lower promotion, like the build I use for him is with the Elite Zero Gaslight Batman and Elite Zero Arkham Knight Batman, and it works great and it's super fast, but it's like just not enough to get the max battle rating. And if
yeah.
if you put like a higher stat tank, then you're running the risk of seeing hacked metal teams and Astra Harness every round, which definitely slows down your grind speed.
Right. Would it be faster though at like below 5k per match? But would it be worth it having less Astro harnesses?
I'm not sure. I think MG did a really interesting like study when he was using his newer account. He was using lower promotion cards, like I think Elite 3, and he was able to grind a good amount, and he would never almost never see high gear score and MP gears very often because he's using low stat cards. So I don't remember if he was able to optimize his speed just as the same if you were using, a regular Scopus build.
I mean, to be fair, we're also talking about one of the best players in the
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
and not your average
Yeah.
person.
But it's still like an interesting thought. Okay, I think we've covered what we wanted to cover. Thank you, Noah, for coming on.
Yes, thank you, Noah.
Thank you
Yeah,
for having
thank
me.
you.
This is very fun.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Well, we're gonna invite you from time to time, so you can be a special guest. But if we invited you too frequently, it would be the special would lose its meaning. So we're trying to, I guess,
Well, I'm happy to come on anytime you guys would
yeah,
have me.
we're super
We
happy to
appreciate
have
it.
you. Yeah.
No problem. This was awesome. I'm really glad I actually went and checked my DMs and saw AG's message, because I don't check Discord that much anymore.
Anyway, this was the 6th episode of the Injustice Gods Among Us podcast. Thank you, and again, Noah, and see you next time.
Bye.
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 Bye.